The Light Beyond the Storm. In a small village nestled between towering mountains, a humble man named Khalid lived with his family. Khalid was known for his kindness, patience, and unwavering faith. Despite having little wealth, he always shared what he had with others. His life was simple, yet filled with contentment. One fateful year, a terrible drought struck the land. The once flourishing fields turned into barren soil, and the rivers dried up. The villagers struggled to find food and water, and despair crept into their hearts. Khalid, too, faced hardship, as his small farm could no longer provide enough sustenance for his wife and children. One evening, as Khalid sat outside his home, staring at the parched land, his wife, Amina, approached him. "What will we do, Khalid? Our children are hungry, and there is nothing left to eat." Khalid sighed but held on to his faith. "Allah tests his servants, my dear Amina. We must have patience and trust in him. Surely, after hardship comes ease." Determined to find a solution, Khalid set out on a journey to seek help from the neighboring villages. He walked for days under the scorching sun, his feet blistered and his body weak. Upon reaching the first village, he knocked on doors, requesting food in exchange for labor. Some turned him away, while others gave him a little, just enough to sustain him for the journey ahead. He pressed on, never losing hope. One night, exhausted and weary, Khalid stumbled upon a small mosque in a distant town. He entered and found an elderly man, Sheikh Hamza, seated in quiet prayer. Noticing Khalid's state, the kind sheikh offered him water and a warm meal. "Tell me, my son, what troubles you?" he asked gently. Khalid shared his plight, and Sheikh Hamza listened attentively. "Your patience and perseverance are commendable," the sheikh said. "Allah does not burden a soul beyond its capacity. There is always a way, even in the darkest times. Come, I will introduce you to a merchant who seeks a trustworthy man to manage his affairs. If you work hard, you will be able to help your family and your village." Grateful, Khalid met the merchant, who was impressed by his honesty and determination. He offered Khalid a fair wage and supplies to take back to his village. With renewed strength and gratitude, Khalid worked diligently and, over time, earned enough to not only sustain his family but also help his fellow villagers rebuild their lives. When Khalid finally returned home, the village welcomed him with tears of joy. His efforts and faith had not only saved his own family but had also restored hope among his people. The drought eventually ended, and the land flourished once more. Through his trials, Khalid had learned that patience, faith, and perseverance could weather any storm. He often reminded his children, "Life will test us, but with trust in Allah and continuous effort, we will always find the light beyond the storm." Khalid's journey reminds us all that no matter how fierce the storm, faith, patience, and perseverance can guide us to brighter days. His story is not just one of survival, but of hope, compassion, and the strength of the human spirit. Let his example inspire us to be kind, resilient, and to trust that light always follows darkness. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring tales. And remember, there is always light beyond the storm.